All right, we're gonna make jerky. This is my first time doing this, so I'm sure I'm making mistakes, but this is just a chuck roast from our last cow we butchered. The meat's been in the freezer a little over 2 years, and it's just not the tastiest anymore, but it is still safe to eat. So I'm gonna try to preserve as much of it as I can, and one of the ways to do that is by making jerky. My knife skills are not that great, but I will say the speed up makes it look a lot better than it is. I was struggling. I finally got all that trimmed for the most part, and I'm just gonna kind of work on making my pieces thinner. I kind of got frustrated with that knife and switched to my fillet knife, and I really honestly should have used that the whole time. It went a lot easier after I switched. So yeah, I'm just filleting, and any little white fat or silver skin that I see, we're just gonna get rid of that. The more fat left on your meat, the less time it is good on the shelf. So we want to get rid of as much fat as possible and as much silver skin so that our jerky's not too tough and it kind of has a good texture. All right, we're gonna move on to making our marinade. We're gonna start off with some brown sugar. We're going to do about a cup packed. I did notice that my jerky came out quite candied feeling. So I think next time I might cut the amount of brown sugar in half. Next is our soy sauce. We're going to put about a cup of that in there. And then I did put in some Worcestershire sauce, about 3 tablespoons, but my camera glitched and didn't catch it. We'll add our spices next. I'll add the recipe at the end. And then next we're going to add our meat to the marinade. We're going to mix it all around so it fully coats the meat and gets all that goodness in there, and put it in the fridge for 24 hours or overnight. This is the next day, and I was doing chores and still had a lot of stuff to do outside, so I just washed up real quick and figured I'd get the jerky taken care of. So we're going to start out by patting our jerky dry as much as we can. It'll be really hard to get all the moisture off, but just try to get as much as you can. This way the meat will hopefully dry a little faster. Once we got the jerky all patted dry, we're going to start by putting it on our trays. We want to have some space between each piece so that the air can flow around them. So try not to pack your trays too tight. I had this tray pretty tight because I was trying to just do it all on one tray, and I didn't realize I had more meat slices in the bag. So once I realized that, I patted those dry and set them on a second tray, and then just kind of rearranged my pieces so they had better airflow. We're going to put those in the dehydrator at 160 degrees, and it should take anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. Mine took closer to 6 hours. I had to put mine in the fridge because we went to Dollars for Scholars last night, and I didn't want to stay up till 1 in the morning for jerky. So this is me putting it back in the dehydrator after being in the fridge all night. A few more hours went by and my jerky was done. You can see when you bend it, it'll have white fibers and crack, but be still slightly pliable, and that's kind of how you know it's done. It was seriously so good, but definitely needs less sugar next time. I'm sure I'll tweak the recipe a million times before I get it right. And I'm just going to put this in a Ziploc bag because I really doubt this is going to last long. Eldon is probably going to destroy it over the next 2 days. But you can vacuum seal it if you want it to last a little bit longer. All right, guys, we made jerky. It turned out. I'm so happy. See you later.